What's up everyone? So today's video is going to be revolved around my main Apex legend, Crypto. Today's video is going to cover a few ways to position your drone, position your EMP, where to put it in mid-game fights, 1v3s, and even in-game fights. One thing I want to mention, which you may notice, is me placing the drone quickly. If you hold the tactical button, for me I'm on PlayStation, so L1. If you hold it down, you'll place your drone and skip animation. It'll place the drone immediately where you're standing. So that's just a tip if you didn't know or if you do know. And the video is going to be broken up into 4 different parts. First, it's going to be tripwire, and then mid-game fight, 1v3, and in-game. I'll put a timestamp for each section down in the comment section, so if you want to skip around, and hope you enjoy. Thanks. I call this section tripwire because it's placing your drone in a position that will allow you and your teammates to know when an enemy has crossed a certain position. We were being chased and we were running into the ring. This enemy team is behind us and you see that they're highlighted currently. That allows us to get in the ring as much as we can, turn around and start to fight. In this fight, we had just finished killing a squad and we heard another team pulling up. So I moved back and got into a safe position to pull out my drone. This tip is using your drone to hug a wall when an enemy has height. That way, if they decide to jump down or push, they will be highlighted. Placing your drone in such a position is difficult for the enemy to shoot it without having to drop or having to move to a different position.
Let's go here. I can't use my down. Reloading. One down. Reloading. Another down.
In this next clip, the enemy team is using the Revenant ult to push us. I take my drone out and place it against the building that they are exiting from in order to give us the advantage of knowing when they reach the doors downstairs. This position of the drone is great for a Revenant ult because that means that the enemy team will push again once they get sent back, and you'll be warned. This clip is a little bit different than the other two. I don't place the drone against the building because this building has 2 stairwells underneath that the enemy can exit from. I place it high in the air to know if the enemy is wrapping around the building from the back side, the front side, or if they're exiting from the bottom. This next section is regarding mid-game fights. In this game, we only had the 2 of us because our third teammate had left. We noticed that 2 teams are fighting pretty hardcore, so we try to get a better position. I use my drone to highlight some of them, and then I notice that it's not completely highlighting everyone. They've moved forward a little bit. So I like to angle my drone along the ring or with inside the ring because it's more difficult to spot because of the red aura that it gives off and also the red ring. Placing your drone mid-game quickly will be something you need to practice with. It's not something you'll be able to get off the bat, and that's okay.
We're close to the ring. Get prepared. 30 seconds left.
Alright, here's another tip. When approaching a fight with an EMP, always make sure you do a 180. So taking the drone out, starting with the EMP, and then flipping it in a 180 degree so that the drone is facing towards you so that you can see when the enemy is approaching you.
Get up.
With practice, you can usually pull off mid-game placement due to the fact that enemies are too focused on either one, fighting your teammates or fighting another team, and trying to find a drone and shoot it down is just too time consuming, or two, it may allow you to knock an enemy because they're too focused on trying to shoot the drone down.
I'm taking shots.
Such as this fight. The enemy team is too focused on trying to kill Wraith and my down teammate that they don't have time or don't want to make time to try to shoot down the drone, which allows us to be in an advantage because we can see where they're at and where they may be approaching from.
Shot at.
I downed him. 60 seconds left. Very close.
The next clip is going to be regarding 1v3s. I placed my drone in a high position while me and my teammates were being pushed, and it allowed me to know where certain enemies were. I did not highlight every single one, but with the help of my teammates I could know where Wraith was going.
Yeah, I put one down. Reloading. Another one down.
Making contact with enemy.
That was the last of their squad. It's hard to survive.
Drone placement during a 1v3 can be very helpful, but it's up to you to stay on your reflexes and make sure to place a drone in such a position that will allow you to keep them highlighted,
I see one.
or at least 2 out of the 3 highlighted. In this clip, my teammates were too busy in a fight, but with the help of the EMP and placing the drone high up, it allowed me to clutch this.
Activating hardware reboot.
Firing on subjects. Another variable for the lab rats.
Oscar Mike. Spotted.
Backing out of my drone.
That kill signal. With only 2 enemy squads.
EMPing and placing the drone in a position that the enemies are highlighted gives them 3 options. 1, to stand and shoot the drone down. 2, to heal and stay highlighted. Or 3, push with broken shields.
Full squad deleted.
Only one squad.
This last section is regarding endgame fights. Using the drone EMP and positioning it in such a way along the ring
Sky.
allows for Crypto to have a huge advantage.
Activating hardware reboot. Backing out of my drone.
EMPing an enemy squad while the ring is closing makes the squad have to choose between healing, moving forward, or trying to shoot your drone. Usually, they just move forward. The pressure with the ring closing and my team pushing them makes the enemy team only have one option, and that's to move forward. The drone is not in their mind whatsoever, which allows us to have the advantage. This last clip is a bit older, but using the tips that I showed you earlier, the EMP 180 method,
In the sky.
and putting the drone in the ring allows me to keep the last 2 teams highlighted so that we can win this game.
Logged off my drone. One of
Enemy
them's right here.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Let's move this way.
One down. Reload. That was the last of it.
And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see any more tips and tricks or specific videos, just comment down below. Thanks for watching.
Just sitting here.
Yeah, I put one down.
And that's all.